In the previous lesson, we saw how we can import models from a website, so from the external, using different sources, websites, etc., or other software that you may use. And in this video, we're going to continue with importing. We're going to see other options. And of course, we're going to introduce and talk about more tools and features and commands and how we can continue to improve in the management of the outliner and the properties panel and the 3D view. So we saw Polyhaven previously and we went into models. We selected some furniture, and usually furniture, they have really straight and precise structure, really neat. And we can see that sometimes the details are actually 3D faces. So they have more, there is an object with more polygons, or they are created using normal maps and textures. So this is a really neat and precise structure, which can be also then easily modified and edited when we are in Blender. Now in this video, I want to show you some other example, and I have select two of these, which I found in Sketchfab. So let me just change here from Polyhaven into Sketchfab. Now Sketchfab, it's a really huge website where we can find thousands of 3D models, if not millions. So there is really a lot of props and assets we can get. And I also dedicated other video guides in the channel about using Sketchfab. But quickly, let's search for something here. So what you need to do once you are in Sketchfab, you can go in downloadable here, in Explore, downloadable. And you can start here by changing some settings on the research. So you can say all time for the date. You can also find some specific categories if you want. And downloadable, yes. And licenses here, I would go for CC0, which is public domain, entirely, you can see free. And this is where I picked my models. But also you can use CC BY, which is basically the use. It's you need to credit the author essentially. So each one of these model has its own author, and we're also always going to show. So for this video, I chosen this one here at the top, which is called Bust of Rosa, and there it is. Let me just show you that in just a second. And then this celestial globe, and it's in this page. If you scroll down, you can also look for it, but you can see you have vases and everything. Now, one thing you may notice is these are really realistic, and the way you can obtain this level of realism is either by using a scanner or like photogrammetry, which means you take a lot of pictures of an object, and that's going to generate the 3D model for you. And we dedicated other video guides in the channel if you're interested, so look for photogrammetry in the channel, or creating images using photos. And also these others are probably created by sculpting, digital sculpting, and you need to use like advanced software for that, like ZBrush, for example, or you can do it also in Blender, but you need to have a lot of polygons, a lot of details, and we're gonna see more about that. But anyway, you can see you have a lot of models here in Sketchfab, and somewhere I found that, there you go, this celestial globe. If you want to use the same models, you can look for the exact words right here. But these are going to be just examples. You can take any model you want, and I'm going to show you some issues, some problems that you may find on your way and how to solve them based on my experience also as a teacher and people asking for help. So I chose these two models, this Bust of Rosa and the other one, for one reason. So this is probably, for what I can see, is probably a model generated using a sculpting or photogrammetry technique. So if I go here in the model inspector in Sketchfab, I can see the final render, but I can also see which textures have been used. So with the normal map, these are some additional details that the author added here. So this makes me think about sculpting rather than photogrammetry. But if I see the wireframe, you can see the wireframe is all triangulated, and it's pretty organic. It's not neat as the furniture that we saw before from Polyhaven. It's organic and well, not divided into precise edge loops and straight lines. So this is harder to work with if you're using standard modeling. It's easier if we use sculpting rather than modeling. So, and we're gonna see these things also later on, but just wanted to show you, this is a pretty different structure from this object right here. If I, again, go to the model inspector, go down here to the wireframe, you can see this is way more precise. And you can see the quads, you can see the structure here of these columns. So that's a pretty big difference between this object here and this other. And these are the two main ones that you can find. So models that are good for sculpting and organic design, and people and animals, things like that. And then like furniture and square stuff like architecture, interior design, things like that. And this is easier to model because it has less polygons and more clean structure. So to download this, first you need to create an account in your website here. You can create an account with Google, Facebook, things like that. Once you have that, you can go here and download the 3D model. Here we also have information about how many triangles, so how heavy is this in terms of geometry, 3D geometry. And also the textures are really important, because the texture will give you additional details, and of course they will make your model look realistic. But also they come with a price. They have different resolution. The higher the resolution of the texture of the material, the more the object is going to be heavy. And again, we're going to talk more about textures and materials later on, but just to let you know and to introduce. So be careful about how many polygons you are importing, how many textures, and how big. And you can tell by going in the model information here. You can see the author, you can see the license, you can see the various formats, you can see the size of the file, and you can see all the files here. So you can really see in the specific what you are bringing into your scene. It's important because if you bring anything without even caring, you could get stuck in your 3D scene. So I'm gonna use the OBJ format. OBJ format is different from the FBX and the Blender format that we used in the previous lesson. So I'm going to use OBJ. This usually comes from Maya or Cinema 4D. They usually use OBJ, but also others. And then in SketchUp, you also have these auto-converted formats. So this is a work that SketchUp does in order for you to use the models anywhere, because GLTF and GLB are open source and they can be used anywhere. So if you wonder here, if you want to know more, you can just click on the question mark and just discover more. So anyway, this is the information. When you want to download the model, and this goes for Rosa here and the globe as well. So when you want to download it, you can click download 3D model. Remember, you need to have an account, so log in or register. And here you can choose. So again, you can see OBJ, and check also the heaviness of the file. This is the file size, and it's 71 megabytes. So it's not so heavy. But if you go like 1 gigabyte or something like that, don't I wouldn't recommend it because it's going to be too heavy. So you can download this format. I downloaded the OBJ format and also the GLB format and the GLTF. Now GLTF, GLB, they're usually quite similar when you import it into Blender. But here you can also choose the size of the texture. If you use GLB, you can see. So I usually go with this. And so I downloaded the smallest one. So 1K texture is not so big, but it's also not so small. It depends how close you are in the object when you do the rendering. If you're really close, you will see the pixels. But if you're pretty far, like this, you won't see the difference between a 1K resolution image and a 4K or a 16K. So it's just going to be heavier without any advantage. So think about that, and be critical when you do this stuff, and choose the correct format. I'm going to do some examples here. In the previous video, we imported by going from File, and we use a link and append for Blender files, and also import. for like other formats. And here you will see the formats you can import. So OBJ, there you go, is right here.